Alright gang, wait, we have got a show for you. Coming up, we have an unboxing of a Garrett AT Pro. And we also got one quick hunt on that site that's already been beat up quite a bit, but hey, you know what? What other people miss is our gain. And then we have the Walking Liberty Half giveaway. So hey, there's a lot to stay tuned for. Here it comes. Ready? Here it goes. All right, gang. Hey, all right, here we go. Say, now there's been 1,000 videos on YouTube of the unboxing of a Garrett AT Pro. However, I was not going to do one, but I've had a couple of requests from different people who wanted me to unbox the Garrett AT Pro. So anyway, so here's my rendition of the unboxing of the Garrett AT Pro. Anyway, hey, just watch this. All right, gang. So here we go. We are going to start to unbox the Garrett AT Pro. Anyway, well, we've seen people use these. We've seen Aqua Chigger, and we've seen Nugget, and we've seen the Diggers. So we kind of have an idea of the popularity of this machine and how well Garrett markets it. And let me tell you what, they probably don't really need all that marketing because this machine actually does probably speak for itself. For an entry-level machine, this machine is probably, for the money, probably the best that you can get out there and most versatile. But anyway, I really don't like to do unboxing videos, but like I said, I had a request, and anyway, let's get down to it. Let's start monkeying around with our Garrett AT Pro. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. And also too, folks, always save your boxes, because with Garrett's AT Pro comes with a 2-year warranty, and that is spiffy of them, and their customer service division is wonderful to deal with. Never ever had a complaint, at least for me. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but as far as I'm concerned, top notch. Anyway, here we go. First thing we're going to pull out is this. This here is your warranty card for your Garrett AT Pro. Anyway, be sure to fill that out and send it back to those fine folks there at the Garrett headquarters. All right. And then we have this little packet here, which we have the owner's manual and a little video. And also, inside this package, we have the bolt and the little gusset for the shaft. That holds the head on. Anyway, well, hey, you know what? We're going to tear this open. So hang on a sec. Okay, so not to disappoint, there is our Garrett AT Pro owner's manual. And yeah, the back part's in Spanish. But yep, the front part is in English. Anyway, very quite extensive owner's manual. But here we also have the AT Pro instructional DVD. So, you know what? We'll give this a look a little later on, because I don't think I've ever seen one. 53 minutes. Uh-oh. Introduction, assembly, powering on, target ID in depth, tone ID, sensitivity, frequency adjustment. Yeah, it looks like all the good stuff back there. Oh, we also got underwater operation. And, gang, by the way, the standard headphones that comes with the Garrett AT Pro, yeah, anyway, they are not waterproof. So, yes, Mr. Riser will be investing in some waterproof headphones. But, okay, and here's also to the Again, the bolt and the washers and the little gusset that hangs the head on there. And I cannot stress to you folks enough to be sure and save your boxes. Because believe it or not, I think Garrett will request that you send, if it ever needs to be sent back, to send it in its original box. And here's the arm part. And you got a little spongy thing. Ah, there's the front of it. That's where all the action takes place. At least the visible kind, anyway. You can see the cap for the headphones. And I think I'm actually quite surprised. This does not feel, the shaft does not feel like it's plastic. Which is good. Anyway, I know some of you folks are kind of might be skitzing out like, oh no, where's the coil? Okay, well, you know, the coil is actually underneath here. So we'll eventually get there. But anyway, here, stand by 1 second. And here is the shaft for the Garrett AT Pro. Right. Anyway, very quite simple, almost quite universal and standard to what the others are. So no really big surprise. And hey, hang on 1 second. Still trying to get these headphones out. All right, gang. Well, the headphones are out. And as with most of Garrett's products, they do seem to be of quality. And this also is not your typical jack like you would see on a metal detector. Most of them have that simple little jack like you would use in your stereo, maybe oversized. Or actually, when I was a kid, they used to always be that big. It wasn't until much later, like in the early 80s, they got that small. But anyway, older than that, they were gigantic, like our metal detector headphones. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, but here's the end. And of course, we know where that's going to go on that underside of the module there. But yeah, I'm actually quite impressed of how well these actually are constructed. Because a lot of times, some companies will kind of chintz on the headphones. But I cannot stress to you how important headphones are. Because it's not so much what you can't hear as what you miss by the other noise that's going on around you. Whether it might be just the wind through the trees or stuff going on the beach or whatever. It blocks out a lot. That, and also sometimes too, you have a deep, faint signal, which isn't very audible. And with myself being slightly hard of hearing, it helps. Anyway, here is our coil. And I think too, this is where we are going to chime in and do our little spot where we will recommend to get a coil cover. Because this is probably the most important part of the machine, and you want to protect it. Now, it would have been really dandy if it came with one, but unfortunately it does not. But hey, you know what? These coils run over $100 for $15 or so. I think it may be even cheaper than that. Get a coil cover. Yeah, it's well worth the little extra.
This is the Garrett AT Pro metal detector, an all-terrain machine designed for a wide variety of detecting environments. The AT Pro's advanced features are designed for the expert treasure hunter, but its standard modes can be easily operated by the beginner.
Well, gang, that is the end of the instructional video. Hey, you know what? Oh yeah, I laughed, I cried. I'm going to wait for the sequel. All right, gang. Hey, we're going to go stick that machine together and Stay tuned. All right, gang, and there is the Garrett AT Pro assembled. Alright, gang, well, we are back to that scent site, and we are out with my Treasure and BP, and we are busy out here trying to get some last minute treasure hunting done before the sun sets. Anyway, alright, gang, well, this is what we got. Well, got maybe about a 3-inch hole. And the signal was a bit odd, and that's what we got. And it does look like it's some sort of jewelry. Now, I do believe I see a very nice color in there. Oh yes, that color. You know that color. That kind of goldish, wonderful color. And I don't dare to try and clean it up anymore out here, so it's going to go in the bag, and hey, when I get home I'll definitely clean it up, and I'm more than sure you guys are going to see it again. Alright, now, hey, you know what to do. Stay tuned, gang, here we go. Well, back at that site that's been hit 1,001 times, and yes, we are still pulling stuff out. And it looks like we got the end of an old spoon, or knife, or fork. But that is one wide handle, just compared to the thickness of one of my fingers there. That's pretty darn wide. It could have been maybe like a ladle or maybe something like that. Anyway, more interesting stuff to come. Hey, we still got a little bit of daylight left, and we're going to see what we can find. So, you know what to do. Stay tuned.